It's brunch with Brian. Yay. Here we are again, together again. You know what? It's World UFO Day today. Is that interesting? So, who believes in UFOs? Who thinks UFOs are a thing? Well, I happen to believe UFOs are a thing because I've always believed that ever since I was young, and I've enjoyed UFO movies. And then just in the last couple of years, the government released a bunch of UFO uh, videos that they admit, hey, we don't know what this stuff is. So nobody knows what it is. It's UFOs, unidentified flying objects. They're calling them UAPs now, and I think they're just trying to confuse the issue, but they're calling them unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. So if you ever hear that word UAPs, they're talking about UFOs. So what are these? These are flying things flying around that we don't know what they are. Okay, and the question is, are they from another planet, or what's the deal? Are they uh, travelers from the future? Are they time travelers? Are they coming in from another dimension? Are they, using wormholes to travel long distances across space to visit us? Lots of interesting questions there. Good morning. How you doing, Michael? Good job chiming in already. So let's get. I know I'm a little bit late today, so maybe you guys weren't prepared for my late entry. So what are we going to do today when we don't know unidentified flying object? What do we try to do? What if something is unidentified in your life? What if you don't know what it is? What if, like something in real estate, you're not sure what it is? Well, that's where we do research. So let's research things we don't know. What are you not good at real estate? What do you need to get good at is you need to get good at semi good at marketing to find, leads. And then you need to get decent on the phone talking to people. Then you need to figure out the paperwork. That's important. You need to get pretty perfect at the paperwork. Not that, I mean, I've made paperwork mistakes before. It's not the end of the world, but that's something I want you to be precise. You're a precise paperwork person. Okay, we all play our roles, and that's kind of interesting because that's one of the challenging things about real estate is there's lots of different roles to it. I mean, uh, you have to be a good marketer. You have to take that role on, figure that out, or pay somebody to market for you or whatever. But even you got to find somebody good, so you got to figure something out with marketing. That's crucial. So, and then next, you got to find leads. Is the answer there? Then you got to be able to talk to people on the phone. You got to be able to close the deal. Well, now how hard is that? It's not as hard. I mean, if I said you've got to close this deal on the phone, that sounds kind of scary, and you may feel like, well, do I really have the skills to do this? But if I say I want you to make this phone call, get this person on the phone, and then read this script, and just read it the best you can, start at the beginning, read it the best you can all the way down till the end. And when you're done, hopefully you got a deal. So if it's, that's the whole thing, guys. It's not like you have to close deals. What do you have to do? You have to read scripts, right? Yes, you have to read scripts. This is our little baby Mars. Yeah, he's a sweetie. So yes, you have to be able to read scripts, and that's a key part of this business. And then what's the last part? Filling out paperwork. And yes, you have to be able to represent when you go to someone's house. You got to be able to go over to someone's house and not look like, unprofessional. Let's put it that way. Not look unprofessional. So yes, there's steps to this business. There's roles you're playing. What roles are you actually playing in these different components? Okay, well, and that's when you playing a role. I want you to think of the role name, what you are doing. So what do you have to do? Sometimes you have to fill out paperwork, right? So what role are you playing? You're playing precise paperwork completer. Okay. If you're playing, what about if you're on the phone? What are you playing? master call, or I hope. I hope you're not playing nervous newbie. That's the challenge. See, sometimes you guys get stuck in this nervous newbie role. So, hi, Michael. Michael, you should chime in every time you're here so I know you're here. Serene Night Skyline. Hi, happy Monday, everyone. Success to everyone. I love that. Look at that very cool uh, icon they're using. I love the moon because I like, oh, I'm a wolf. I love howling at the moon. So great to see a Serene Night Skyline. Keep coming back. Let me know what your name is. I haven't seen you commenting. Good morning. What type of follow-up communication should we be doing with sellers between the contract and the closing? Okay, that's a really good question. This is about stick campaigns, guys. So write this down. Stick campaign. What are the things that we do to the best of our ability to make sure the deal sticks? Okay, so what technically we go out to the house and we sign the purchase and sale agreement. What agreements do we sign? We sign the purchase and sale agreement. We have them sign an authorization to release information. And if they have a mortgage, we have them sign a lender change of address letter. Now, okay, that's important. All that signing gives them the impression that they're selling their house, which they are. But technically, until they go follow up with the next appointment at the attorney or the title company and actually sign the deed over to you, the deal ain't done. And technically, they could back out. If they just didn't show up at the closing, if you had all this beautiful work done and you had the beautiful closing scheduled on Friday, normally we like to do deal meetings on Saturday, and then we don't like another weekend to go by without them signing. So we do our best to get the title work done quickly. We turn it in on Monday, try to get the title back by Wednesday, try to set up a closing, which we do in advance for Friday. So we tell the seller on Saturday when we're signing the paperwork, hey, I'm going to have you come into the attorney's office or the title company next Friday and sign the final paperwork. Okay, that sounds great. We just have to run title, make sure the title's clean. You don't know anything about, I mean, there's nothing that you know about on your title report that would slow things down, correct? Correct. Okay, awesome. So Friday, what time on Friday would be good for you? I'll contact the title company tomorrow morning or the attorney and line it up for you on Friday. So we'll all be done. Everything will be all wrapped up by Friday. Now, what happens on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? They could have doubts. They could get cold feet. But what are the things we do to run a stick campaign so that doesn't happen, that they don't back out? Okay, number one is when we sign the paperwork, we keep saying, write this down. Number one, keep saying, uh, what we call this is future pacing, but use future pacing and keep saying how they've sold you their house. Okay, it's so great. You sold us your house. You sold us your house. This is going to be such a big relief for you. Isn't it nice to get this selling of the house all done? You sold us the house. So basically, you keep saying you sold us the house. All right, come here, Sadie. So they sold you the house. All right. So then you give them the seller congratulations letter. This is really important. Now, this should be in all your buying packets. So not just the paperwork I already said, you get all that signed, but then you also get the seller. They don't have to sign this, but you leave it behind. Okay. It's called the seller congratulations letter. You sign that. Okay, so you sign it, and this letter, congratulations letter, says congratulations, real big at the top. It says you have sold your home to WeBuyHouses.com, whatever your name of your company is. There, I like it to sound like your operating entity, an official management company. Who else is chiming in here? You guys got more stuff to say? Tony prompted us this morning. Guillermo, wow, awesome. Great to be here. Great to see you. Normally I'm jumping up and down. Today I'm taking it easy and sitting down. So, guys, normally I'm up and about. I'm getting some good new comments from folks I haven't seen in a while. So, Linda, morning rehab week to complete. Changing out carpeting to tile. Look forward to getting back to normal next week. Have a great one. Linda, good job. You're in the middle of a rehab. Now, that's an interesting question. I got to finish Tony's question, but I'm going to address what Linda just said about flooring. Okay, so Tony, here's the other stick campaign components. Number one, uh, future pace by continually saying how they've sold you the house. Number two, make sure you leave them the seller congratulations letter, which says, congratulations, you sold us your house. There's just a couple things we need to wrap up. Please collect your any information about the house, your mortgage. Please get your keys, ready, your garage door opener. So it really sounds like, hey, we're wrapping this baby up. So this seller congratulations letter is one of the best things I ever wrote. This is an idea that I had as a stick campaign. I just realized we're walking out of the house, and other than some pictures on their camera of the agreements, it's like, did we just sell our house? What just happened? But if they've got that letter, they can sit there and they can look at that letter and they can read that letter over and they can make themselves feel better. And it looks very reassuring. It says, congratulations, you sold your house to us. We're going to take care of everything. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Okay, so you definitely, if you're not using the seller congratulations letter, you're not using all the tools at your disposal to be successful. So for sure, leave the seller congratulations letter. What else do we do at the deal meeting to make sure that they feel like, yes, I definitely sold my house, I'm not going to back out of this? We have them turn over their Zillow listing and their Nextdoor listing. We didn't used to do this. Zillow wasn't a thing when I started in this business, and neither was Nextdoor. It didn't exist. So now if they have a Nextdoor listing, we have them turn it over to us. Also the Zillow listing. Now remember, they have to mark it sold, and then they have to release the listing. Now you're going to go in and claim the listing on Zillow, but make sure you capture all the pictures first. Sometimes when you claim the listing, the pictures go away and you have to start all over. Maybe they had some good description in there. Maybe they had some nice pictures that you're going to use. I use people's old pictures all the time. It makes it very simple. So you're going to get the Zillow turned over to you and the Nextdoor turned over to you. That's a crucial thing. That will really make them feel like, well, I don't even have control of the Zillow anymore. Plus, you're going to take the Zillow down instantly. Okay. So you don't leave that Zillow up. It's only going to be down for about a week or two. So you want as much time there as you can get. All right. So those are all really important. I don't talk to them. Okay. I don't call them during the week. I don't reassure them. I think that opens the door to them saying, well, I got a bunch of questions. So really, we don't have any contact with them other than sending them an email that, hey, and a text that, hey, your signing appointment is confirmed for Friday at 10:30 a.m. If you have any questions, call me back. Otherwise, we'll see you then. We hope we don't get any call. We hope they just show up. Okay. But I definitely am looking for a return text, a return email confirmation that, yes, I got this email, I got this text, and yes, I will be there. Okay. If you don't hear anything, then you call them and you say, hey, did you get my text and email? You're going to be there tomorrow morning? Yep. Okay, great. All right. So, but I tend not to like to talk to them that week. So that's it. That's the main components of the stick campaign. Talking like you've sold your house constantly. Turn over the Zillow and the Nextdoor listings. You get those in your company's name, and leaving them that seller congratulations letter. That's really important. That seller congratulations letter is one of the smartest things I ever came up with. Hey, Caleb, how you doing, buddy? Just got off a call with a new realtor added to my list. Awesome. Guys, we have a really awesome opening call for realtors. I want you to be using that. I want everybody to have some realtors on their dream team. They can bring you, 5-10 deals a year, and they can be really good deals, and that's a marketing method. So when I say get some kind of marketing approach that's important for this business, guess what? You going through agents is a good marketing method. They're out there in the field talking to sellers and buyers all day long. So yes, I want you guys to talk to realtors often. Use the realtor opening call script, making good connections. Awesome. Everybody should have a realtor network. Realtor network. Morning, Roger. Thank you for chiming in. All right, guys. So lots we covered today. The stick campaign, thanks to, oh yes, and I was going to address Linda's point there. Linda made a bold choice there, putting tile in. Okay, I like tile. Okay, here's the thing about tile. Tile's pretty indestructible unless somebody drops something super heavy on a piece of tile and cracks it. Pretty much tile, it lasts forever. And the only thing you have to do is clean the grout. So if you're putting tile in, it's a more expensive choice usually. It's probably the most, well, I mean, you could go for marble inlaid flooring or something like that, but out of the general choices, which is carpeting, luxury vinyl plank, we don't do laminates anymore because the problem is when you spill water on laminates or anything on laminates, they start peeling up. It's just a sticker on a piece of board. So we don't like laminates so much. We did used to use them, but they don't last very long. They don't have good durability. So tile is a good choice. It's more expensive if tile is common in the area. Now in Arizona, tile is super common. Half the houses we buy or more, probably 75% of the houses we buy have tile in them. So what do we know about tile? We know that number one, there's usually spare tiles in the garage. So if you see cracked tiles, ask about, hey, remember when you're walking through the house, that's when you would see it. You're always writing down features and fixes when you're doing your house tour. So that would be a fix, under your fix column, broken tile in the bathroom. Okay, now a lot of times as you're writing it, they'll say, oh, we have spare tiles to replace those. So, that's another thing. And then the other thing about tile is clean the grout. I mean, it's amazing. This is a painstaking process. There's companies that just do grout. There's companies that don't even do flooring, don't do cleaning. All they do is clean grout. Okay, so you can clean your own grout with bleach and a toothbrush. But yeah, if you clean the grout, the tile looks brand new. So you want to get a brand new tile floor. When the tile floor has been there for 10 years, clean the grout and it looks like a brand new floor. Okay, so lots of great tips today. You guys, I love it when you are chiming in. And thank you for this good information. I love giving you guys good information. Guys, I'm okay with carpet too. Carpet, you're probably going to have to replace it. But if you get a long-term person in there, or if you get a lease purchase tenant buyer who's going to end up buying it, carpet is fine. And, try to find carpet for, I used to say $1 a square foot. That's hard to find. $1.50 a square foot, $2 a square foot. Try to not go over $2 a square foot. Try to keep it close to $1 a square foot. I'm not saying there's not deals out there. You can't really go to Home Depot and find carpeting for $1 a square foot anymore, but you can find a really good flooring guy who gets good deals sometimes and has cheap installation, but don't do it cheap. Cheap carpet. Hey, spend money on the pad. That's the important thing. Upgrade the pad one level. Don't get the base pad because it's not cushy feeling. You feel like the carpet's cheap. But if you spend a little bit more on the pad, when you walk on it, it feels nice. So that's a tip on carpeting. All right. Thank you guys for being on. What's our affirmation for today? Mondays is always an exciting day because you're starting a new week. Let's have a great week. Okay. Okay, great. I'm having a great week. Okay. Hey, I make it stick. There you go. Since we talked about our stick campaign, I make it stick. All right, that's our affirmation for today. You can think about that in a lot of different ways. I make it stick. Ready? 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I make it stick. I make it stick. Yes, one more time. I make it stick. Yeah. All right. Good job, everybody. Now, we always do 3 deep breaths after our affirmation of the day. Take a deep breath in. Usually when I'm standing up, I get a little bit more inflation. Let it out. Okay, another deep breath in. Good. Oh, I got a lot of breath in that one. And then exhale. When you exhale, relax your shoulder and your neck. Make yourself feel good. Another deep breath in. And always a big smile on your face when we do our breathing and let it go. Awesome. What a great way to start your week. Let's have a great last week. Let's wrap up the month strong. It's our last week of June pretty much. So let's wrap it up strong. Let's get a deal this week. Yes, that would be awesome. I will see you guys all tomorrow at this same wolf time, same wolf channel. So have a great day and think of questions for me for tomorrow. I always like dealing with your questions. Until I see you tomorrow, keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple, and taking action.